Last week, I decided to join my first Ludum Game Jam event. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what that is, basically it is a live event that you can join where you will have to create a game in only 72 hours. You are given a topic to influence your game's development and off you go. Well, I decided to enter the game jam and create a game completely from scratch over the course of 3 days. This is the making of Village Vanquish. (8:59) Friday, April 17th. Finally, I can finally see what the topic will be for the game and start development. I load up my computer and jump on the Ludum website. However, when I got to the site, this happened. Yep, that's right, thousands of hooligans jumped on the site and we get a crash. After a bit of panic and a few site refreshes, I got the topic to start my weekend adventure. The theme chosen for this game jam ended up being Keep It Alive. So with this topic in mind, I ended up creating a game where you play as an evil wizard who was banished from his village. The wizard wants revenge, so he came up with a plan to summon a powerful demon creature to destroy his home. Unfortunately, he was spotted doing some shady stuff in the forest and was forced to summon the creature prematurely to defend himself. This resulted in the wizard having to take over an entire village with a giant, very unintelligent teddy bear. So how do you actually play the game? Well, as I said before, you are playing as the wizard, not the bear. This means that you will have no controls for moving, attacking, or anything like that. Your only way to play is to protect the bear and influence his decisions to make it to the end of the level and to kill the village leader. Kinda gruesome for a game about a teddy bear, eh? Yeah, well, whatever. The wizard has 3 spells he can use. He has a paralysis attack to stun opponents and keep the bear safe from the villagers. He has a fire spell to summon fireballs and turn enemies into cooked meat for the bear to regenerate some health. And lastly, he has the ability to summon giant boulders, crush enemies, and grab the bear's attention. I would have liked to have more opportunities to influence the bear's decisions throughout the course of the game, but I only had 3 days to work on the game, so the boulder is good enough. Just remember that the bear has a mind of its own and will sometimes be really annoying to work with, but again, this is kind of the entire point of the game. It's not really about getting to the end as fast as possible, but just about keeping the bear alive and getting him to progress over time until you can finally beat the level. Between the 3 spells, you have an offensive choice to kill enemies and gain back some health. You have a defensive option for when you are in a tight spot and the bear is acting stupid. And you have an influential spell to help guide the bear in the right direction, but also the ability can be used as a destruction tool to kill tons of enemies at once, or you can use it to activate traps and block incoming projectiles to avoid damage. For the visuals, I stuck with pixel art as it is the medium that I can do at least somewhat decently without taking too long. Working on the background, I created some trees across multiple layers and created a parallaxing environment to make the player feel like they are actually moving through a living scene. I then put up some cinematic bars to make it feel like you're playing through an interactive cinematic, and added some sprites on the HUD to show the player when their abilities are ready to use, and the bear's health, of course. If you want to see how the fire effect was created, you can click the link in the description to see the creation process. I actually did this for my Son of Fire devlog series, which is just a game that I'm working on for my YouTube channel. But before you go to that video, let's cover the last section of the game's development process. For the sound design, I created all of the sound effects using an app called VFXR. It's a great free program that you can use to create retro sounding sound effects, and then I also got a couple samples from the internet for some of the more unusual sounding audio. As for the music, I ended up getting a friend to help me out. The project was taking way longer than I anticipated, and I just didn't have the time or energy to get it done alone. So without further ado, here are a few words from Logan Fletcher, the music composer for Village Vanquish.
Hey guys, my name is Logan, I also go by Coleman, and I made the music in Village Vanquish. There were two particular things that I paid attention to when creating the music in this game. The first thing was music dynamics. In places where the game was less intense, it would have less of a loud punch in the percussion. But when there was a more intense scene, I would bring the percussion volume up. The second was energy difference. I added ambient voices behind the strings and percussions in order to amplify the intensity inside the scene. Outside of adjusting how the game feels and the dynamics of the music, it's really up to the creator to make whatever they feel fits the game.
Alright, and that just about wraps it up. That was the making of Village Vanquish. If you want to try out the game for yourself, you can find the store page in the description of this video and download it. If you would like to show your appreciation for the content I've been making recently, any donations made will be greatly appreciated and will be going towards improving video production quality and my game development. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to start working on some smaller creative projects in the future, so I use this game jam as an opportunity to see what I can get done in a very minimal time frame. If you want to see more of these videos in the future, make sure to crush the like button and subscribe to see more soon. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then, have a great life.